I'm a Canadian Amazon seller, and I'm going to help you grow your Amazon FBA business in Canada. What's up, everyone? I'm a Canadian Amazon seller. I resell on Amazon.ca, and I started reselling on Amazon.com. I've been doing it for about 13 months, and I've had a few people since starting this channel reach out to me asking if they could work with me more closely, if I offer any sort of mentorship or coaching, which I didn't, but now I do. So I put together a mentorship program that I think will benefit new sellers or sellers who want to just pick my brain and work with me more closely. So what you will get in this mentorship is across 2 months, you'll get 24/7 access to me directly. You could reach out to me at any time you want, and I can answer any question you may have. We'll have regular video calls, one-on-one calls, just me and you. And as a bonus, I'm throwing in a free ASIN, a product that you can source in Canada right now for your OA and RA needs, and start selling on Amazon Canada. And I know what you're thinking. The free ASIN you'll get will not be given to everybody. Each individual person that signs up for the tier with the free ASIN, I will give them a different ASIN. So I'm not going to be giving the same thing to everyone who buys that tier. I have a list of OA and RA ASINs. I'm going to be picking a different one from that list and giving it to each person who signs up. So everyone's gonna get a different ASIN, and they're minimum 30% ROI. So the ASIN I will give you will be a minimum 30% return on investment. So I'm not gonna give you some terrible ASIN that doesn't make you any money. It's gonna be a minimum 30% ROI. The ASIN will be unique to you. You will be the only person getting that ASIN. So I just wanted to clear that up. All of this is outlined in greater detail, and you could find the link to sign up for this mentorship program in the description below. So if you're new, who am I? Why should you sign up for this mentorship? I'm Canadian. I've been selling on Amazon Canada for about 13 months now. Really started to see growth in the past few months when I started taking it more seriously. I started out doing OA and RA. For the past 3-4 months, I've transitioned to pretty much mostly wholesale, and that's where I would like to stay going forward. I did 85 grand of sales, $85,000 of sales in my first year. And in my last 12 months, so I've done it for about 13 months now, in the last 12 months, I did over $100,000 of sales, because this past January 2025, I did $18,000 in sales, which is my biggest sales month ever. Now it's February, halfway through the month, I have $10,000 worth of sales, on track to do about 20, so hopefully gonna beat my record of 18. I make YouTube videos documenting my journey. I'm no expert, I'm no guru. This is not my full-time job. I have a full-time job as an engineer. I do this on the side, looking to make it a bigger business one day and make it a bigger side hustle than it already is. So this mentorship program is pretty much just me offering my services in terms of knowledge, experience, help, advice to you guys. So there's a couple different tiers depending on how closely you want to work with me. And I tried to make something that I think would work for me, because this is not some sort of course that I put together. It's not some sort of grand thing. It's mostly just me and you working together as if we're buddies working on this business or working on your business. I want to put a lot of my time and energy into growing my own Amazon business. That's my number one priority, is grow my own business, get it further, because then I can make better content and be better equipped to help you guys even more and more going forward. So different examples of things that we can go over within your mentorship journey include asking me for advice on whether you should buy a product or not, going over Keepa charts together, asking me what I think, asking me which stores do you think I should buy in, what you should focus on in terms of categories, helping you with getting ungated if that's something you still struggle with. You could ask me questions about online arbitrage, retail arbitrage. I did a lot of that stuff for most of my first year, made a lot of mistakes on that stuff, so I have good experience in that. You could ask me questions about wholesale, how to open brand accounts. I've only opened one so far, actually debatably, one real one, and I have a couple others that I haven't really bitten on yet. So how to open wholesale accounts, distributor, supplier, brand accounts. Based on what I've done so far, I've opened a ton of supplier and distributor accounts, some of them great, some of them not great. So I can answer all your questions about that kind of stuff as well. I've just started selling in the US, so I could give a little bit of insight on how I'm doing that and how I've managed to make some sales already in the US. Going over questions about GST numbers needed for wholesale, invoicing, everything you need to know about prep centers, when you should start using a prep center. I use one here in Canada. I love them. They're called Hustlers Prep. I'll link them down below. They're great because it takes prepping off of my plate, so I can spend more of my time sourcing and finding ways to push the business forward. So if you want to get into prep center, I have one here in southwestern Ontario, I guess you could say, southeastern Ontario. So now that I mentioned all that, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. So I apologize for the pretty much just advertisement for this week's video, but I spent all weekend creating this program, so I wanted to share it out and make a video so you guys know about it. And next week we'll get back to the normal tips and tricks that I've been making. Like I said, link in the description, click below and sign up for mentorship, and let's get it poppin'.